take you live at 4.
Oh, you're doing live
Jack
at
Wang said it was a hard.
Okay,
No,
that's
I
fine.
didn't say, no, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't even go there. Don't do that.
Well, Jack-
I asked you what you were doing. I asked you what you were doing at 4 o'clock, and you said you wanted to take it live. I didn't.
It's okay. We'll go at 4 o'clock. We'll go at 4 o'clock. It's okay.
That's fine.
Thank you.
1 minute warning.
We'll count you down.
Yeah.
Where's our stage manager?
I'll just look to you to start it.
You guys all ready? I'm good.
Good afternoon. I'm Michelle Fanaris, MoDOT's Assistant District Engineer in St. Louis. First, I want to start off by saying I've got a great team here. I'm joined with National Weather Service, Missouri State Highway Patrol, and MoDOT's District Maintenance Engineer, Bob Becker. So first, I want to say a big thank you to the public. Thank you for those of you that have listened and were able to stay off the roadways today and allow our snowplow operators room to work. This is a multi-day event, and MoDOT continues to urge people to stay off the roadways if at all possible. We do understand that each roadway is a priority to drivers. However, there are not enough resources to clear all the roads immediately. The focus is on our interstates and our high volume routes, and it will take us longer to get all the roadways back to mostly clear. All available crews are working 12-hour shifts throughout the day and night. And at this point, I will hand it off to National Weather Service to give us an update on the forecast.
Good afternoon. My name is Ben Herzog with the National Weather Service. The snow and sleet that we saw today has finally begun to taper off, and it's going to continue to taper off through the afternoon and into the early evening hours. But don't be fooled by this break in the snow. This is going to be a multi-day event, and actually the heaviest snowfall that we're going to see out of the entire event is going to move into the area late tonight and early tomorrow morning. The snow could be heavy at times, and by the morning rush, we're expecting to, at the start of the morning rush, we're expecting to see somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 to 6 inches. That's by 6 a.m. Snow is going to continue through the rush hour, and all total by noon or so, we could see anywhere from 6 to 8 inches across the area. Right now, it looks like some of the heaviest snowfall amounts are probably going to be just south of St. Louis, maybe across Jefferson County or so, where we could see localized amounts up to 9 inches total. So just like what we've been saying all along, if you can help it, don't be on the roads tomorrow. And again, don't let this lull in the snow this afternoon fool you.
Good afternoon. I'm Logan Bolton with the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Start off with an update on our weather-related traffic totals. As of 3 p.m. today, we had 223 total calls for service, with 130 of those being stranded motorists, 55 being crashes, 2 of those crashes being injury crashes, and 0 fatality crashes. For the most part, our call log hasn't been that overwhelming today, and I like to say that's a correlation with the minimal traffic we've seen out on the roads, which we'd like to take the time to thank all of you who did your part and stayed home today and stayed off the road and made it a lot safer for everybody to work. We did have a few problem areas, a couple on Interstate 70, one near Lake St. Louis Boulevard, some blockage, multiple lanes, as well as Interstate 70 in Warren County near the Highway AB overpass. Also multiple lanes blocked. Those have since been cleared. And we just recently cleared eastbound Interstate 44 at the 251 mile marker near Highway 100. That is now open. As was just said, the weather is going to worsen into this evening and into the early morning hours. We want to urge you again to stay home. If you don't have to be out, don't be out. That's going to be safer for you, and it's going to allow MoDOT the opportunity to have the area for them to do their job, get the roadways cleared, treat the roadways. If you can't stay home, if you do have to get out, just make sure you're planning ahead. You leave earlier, you can go to traveler.modot.org to see roadway conditions, as well as you can go to Troop C's Twitter page at MSHP Trooper C for updates on crashes, road blockages, road closures. And now I'll turn it over to Bob Becker.
Yes, my name is Bob Becker, District Maintenance Engineer from MoDOT St. Louis District. We've made a lot of progress today. I mean, we've got varying conditions across the area. We've got anywhere from covered to partly covered, mostly clear in spots. And with this snow slowing down, and we've still got fully staffed out there, we'll be making a lot of progress here today, getting everything plowed down as best we can to get a good treatment on before this next event comes in. You know, we're very fortunate to have this spot in the day where things have slowed down, because it's going to give us an opportunity before it starts again to get things pushed back and cleared up best we can, because that was one of the big concerns, is getting that large amount of snow. Where are we going to go with it? So now we've got some more opportunity to clear that off the road and get that in good shape. Then I'd like to reiterate that whole thanking everybody that could stay home, staying home today, because that really made a huge difference this morning during rush hour. And the incidents that we did have today, we were able to clear those fairly quickly. The big problems when there's a lot of traffic out there, there's more incidents, and traffic gets stopped. We can't get our trucks around, we can't get that treatment down. We were able to progress quickly on those this time, so it worked out really well, and we appreciate that greatly. Like I said, for tonight, we're gonna be fully staffed again. We do a shift change at 7 o'clock, like we normally do. And when that snow starts, we'll have a treatment down ahead of time to try to keep that from bonding, and then there'll be a plowing event after that. Tomorrow morning, same thing. We advise people if they can stay home tomorrow to stay home. If they have to get out, check travel information map, check your local news stations to know what those road conditions are like. Because if we do get that large amount of snow, it's going to be hard for us to keep up. We're going to have those situations, and we want people to be aware of what's going on. And as always, if you're out, give our plows plenty of room. Be careful when you're out there. Give yourselves plenty of room, because your cars don't respond the way they normally do in just normal conditions. So,
And when you say tonight you'll be fully staffed, how
well,
many?
we'll let Michelle wrap up, and then we'll go ahead and take questions.
So again, thank you. This is a multi-day event, so please, if you can stay home and avoid travel on the roadways as we go through this multi-day event, we urge you to do so. If you do have to travel, please be prepared, use extra caution, slow down. It is going to take the crews longer to get the roads back to mostly clear. Also, please check the traveler information map for current roadway conditions. At this point, we can take some questions.
I have a question, Mr. Becker. When you say you're fully staffed, you approach the podium.
One second. Go
Um,
ahead and ask the
you-
question.
Mr. Becker, how many people do you have out in the plow trucks that is now fully staffed? Are you short-staffed compared to the good old days? Are you at the complete strength that you used to be, or what is the ratio now to back then?
So MoDOT is several hundred employees short that we like to be during winter operations. All available resources have been deployed statewide to fight the winter weather event and get the roads back to mostly clear.
What do you need from the state to get those hundreds of jobs filled?
That's not really a winter operations question, but.
So we have deployed all resources that we have available and trained to fight the winter weather event. We do appreciate any opportunity that the travelers can stay off those roadways, give our snowplow operators room to work. Some of these employees are newer and are training, so any time that we can have more room for them to do their job, we appreciate that.
Well, maybe I'll try it a different way. Are they sick calls, or are they actual resignation? Like, are you down open positions, or is it COVID? I just want to clarify, when you say hundreds, you're down hundreds.
So our numbers fluctuate daily. You know, people join the team, people leave the team, illnesses, they're out for various reasons. but all available resources to fight the winter weather and trained staff. We are utilizing all of those resources statewide for our winter weather response.
Any other weather, any other winter-related
Yeah, I have a
operations
question.
plans?
So some people have been telling me that they've been seeing not pleasant conditions throughout the day, and I know you kind of referenced this a little bit, but are crews taking breaks? Are they waiting for certain periods where there may be breaks in the storm in order to address certain types of areas or certain types of roadways?
Take that
Do
one,
you want
Bob.
to talk about priorities?
I mean, our crews are constantly out there. Yes, they take breaks, you know, certain times of the day, make sure they're not fatigued and things like that. But there's no set times. I mean, we're not out there doing our job. So they're constantly out there. They rotate staff sometimes. Sometimes they get together and, you know, do a gang class situation. So we get groups together and where we can span the whole road at one time. And the storm, like anything else, it doesn't all come down evenly in the same places. Some places are worse than others, which cause that discrepancy.
So when you say, you're down 200 crews, but you've got every available team out there, what's the average number of trucks that you're gonna have out there? I'm interested in the St. Louis area on a night like tonight to fight this storm.
MoDOT fights winter event as a statewide team. So we share resources, we use all available resources, people and equipment in those areas to get those roads back to mostly clear.
So give us a number. How many are gonna be on the streets tonight?
All available
And what
resources
is
are
that?
out
What's the number?
statewide.
Is that 12, 50, 100? How much is all?
So statewide, we have 2,800 employees and over 1,500 trucks ready to plow statewide.
I mean, I think it's been pretty common practice in past winters, you'd say, we have 200 crews working 12-hour shifts. I mean, I think we're just trying to figure out how serious, as taxpayers, the situation is that we need, whatever the solution is, I'm not asking for the solution, but we need to get a handle on how severe the shortage is.
So we are several hundred employees short
Statewide.
for where we like to be during a winter weather
Okay,
event.
I'm not trying to make it difficult, but just compared to previous years, when you've clearly given us a 200-ish number, you're not gonna do that today for the St. Louis area.
We have deployed all available resources statewide to battle our winter weather event.
Statewide.
All right?
We're gonna wrap it up right there. We will have another, press conference at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I'm not trying to make it difficult. It's a state-funded agency. I think people just want these simple
Well, I
questions answered.
understand
And if
that.
they're dumb questions, then explain them and tell me what give me